People with bad or no credit history often face the issue of building credit, and they face difficulty getting credit card approval, but there are some easy ways through which credit can be built quickly. What's up, and welcome to Smart Money, where our mission is to give our viewers the motivation to make more money and the skills to keep it. A secured credit card is an option for people trying to rebuild credit or who have a low credit score or bad credit history. Today, we are going to discuss different ways you can build credit faster with a secured credit card. I am going to walk you through the pros and cons of a secured card and why you should consider them if you are looking to quickly build credit. So make sure you stay till the end to get the most out of this video. Please give this video a thumbs up before I go on so that the YouTube algorithm can continue to deliver you videos like this. Also, subscribe and turn on the post notification. What is a secured credit card? Before understanding the usefulness of a secured credit card, it is important to know what a secured credit card is. A secured credit card is pretty much like a standard credit card that can be used to make purchases of any kind. They have a credit limit. They allow you to spend as you like, and in the end, you have to pay back the amount before crossing too much of your credit limit. But what makes a secured card different is that you have to make a security deposit in advance, which you are not required to do in the case of most standard cards. Secured cards require an upfront deposit from you for a full-time credit line. If you deposit $300, then your credit line will be $300. If you pay $500 upfront, your credit line will also be $500. You can get your security deposit back if you display a responsible attitude and make all your payments on time. Many people have a misconception about secured credit cards that is secured in their name means they provide some extra security or safety to their users. But the security actually is from the perspective of the lenders. The safety deposit that is made in the case of secured credit cards doesn't protect you from bad credit history or a negative impact on your score if the payments are not made on time, but does protect the lender from any loss. If someone misses a payment or fails to return the amount, the bank can report the account as being late, and they can get your security deposit as compensation for their loss. How a secured credit card can be used to build credit. Secured credit cards can be utilized to build credit if you just use them responsibly. In order to make a good credit score by using secured credit cards, you have to consider 3 fundamental practices. First, you have to make sure you are making timely payments. Secondly, you have to pay off your debts. And thirdly, you have to make sure you are keeping your balances low. Secured credit cards can be used to make small purchases daily. You just have to make sure you pay all your payments in full at the end of every month. Avoid maxing out your credit card and make sure to pay off any debts before having a secured credit card. The more effort you put into building your credit, the faster you'll achieve a good credit score. How to use a secured credit card. Coming to the primary concern of today's video now, we will be looking at ways to find and use a secured credit card. Choose the right card. The first important step is to find the right secured credit card that best fits you. You have to consider various factors while shopping for a secured credit card, like looking at the credit limit and evaluating the security deposit requirements. Also, you must consider all the factors just like you do while looking for a standard credit card. APR and annual fees, along with any charges on late payments, should also be considered. You will see that some credit card lenders will ask you for an additional fee apart from the security deposit. You have to analyze all the factors and look for the best rates so you can save money in the long run. While going for a secured credit card, you should also see whether your card offers you the option to upgrade to a conventional credit card and whether it gives you a choice of the increased limit with time. If the card lenders offer these terms, then by using the card responsibly, you can qualify for these things and get an advantage. Make sure your credit report is up to date. While card issuers or lenders report your account activity to the credit bureaus, checking and monitoring their reports never hurts. A secured credit card can be used to build good credit, but it will only impact your credit score and history if your credit report has all the updates. So just ensure your account activity is correctly reported and shown in your credit report so you can avail all the good things of having a secured credit card. Arrange the security deposit. As I mentioned earlier, secured credit cards require a security deposit to be paid immediately after the request for the card is approved, so it is necessary to make sure you have enough money for the security deposit. Also, choosing a card with a security deposit and credit limit in your range is advisable, so you can comfortably afford it without putting too much financial pressure on yourself. Pay off your balance in full every month. Secured credit cards can help with your credit score if you use them responsibly. I have empathized on this point multiple times in this video that it is important to make timely payments to avoid any kind of interest or late fees. Your credit utilization will drop when you pay off your monthly balances. A low credit utilization rate reflects that you are not relying too much on your credit, which increases your credit score. You can use your card for small purchases to show some activity on your card and pay them at the end of each month. If you don't want to use your card frequently, you can buy any subscription, and the recurring bills will keep showing activity on your account, and it will not be blocked for inactivity. Do not max out your limit, because if you do so, your credit utilization rate will climb, and it will be very difficult to manage all the payments on your card. Try to set a spending limit and don't stretch it out because it can negatively impact you. Keep monitoring your credit score. The ultimate goal of choosing a secured credit card is to build credit faster. So when you have signed up and started using the secured credit card, make sure to keep tabs on your credit score. You can sign up for a free credit card monitoring service where you can check your weekly progress at no cost. When checking your credit report, make sure to look at the payment history and see if all the payments are reported correctly and the payment history is accurate. You should also check your credit utilization rate because it is one of the most important factors in building a good credit score. Apply for a traditional credit card. Secured credit cards are a way to improve your credit score so you can make use of a regular credit card. After practicing good credit-building habits with your secured credit card by keeping your card utilization low, making timely payments, and paying your balances in full every month, you should consider applying for a traditional credit card. The FICO threshold for fair credit is 580, and once you have hit it, you are eligible for an unsecured credit card. You can choose an unsecured credit card that offers you a low credit limit because usually people with fair or average credit ratings get the option to choose cards with high APRs and fees. So try to choose a card with a low credit limit and keep working on your solid habits, which we have discussed before. Pros and cons of using a secured credit card. All of you now have a pretty good idea about secured credit cards, but the question you would be asking yourself at this point is whether I should go for a secured credit card or not. Let's look at some of the pros and cons of using a secured credit card so you can decide whether it is a good option for you or not. Pros. Secured credit cards are a very good option for people looking to rebuild their credit history, have blemished credit, or are new to credit. The first advantage of using a secured credit card is that you can quickly get approval for it compared to traditional credit cards. You pay a security deposit while availing a secured credit card, which reduces the risk of the lenders, and that's why secured cards are issued easily, as lenders are covered in case of any loss. But getting traditional credit cards is difficult, especially when you have a bad credit history. So you can use secured cards to improve your score, and then you can switch to traditional credit cards. Secured credit cards play a very important role in establishing or re-establishing your credit. All the payments are reported on the credit report, and when you maintain a good history of payments and you don't max out your credit limits, your credit scores rise and you become eligible for a regular credit card. The credit card issuers keep the security deposit to ensure they are covered for any loss. You are not disturbed by debt collectors if you default your payments because your security deposit is already there to protect you. The debt collectors will only hound you if your default payment exceeds your security deposit. But remember that late payments will hurt your score even if your security loss covers your default payments. Some cards like Discover and Navy Federal's secured cards offer you rewards on your purchases, which is a plus. Cons. Using a secured credit card can be attractive, but there are some cons that we are going to discuss. While the security deposit is a good thing, collecting a few $100s for it can be challenging, and you might not have enough money to make a security deposit. If you are considering a secured card, set $25-50 aside each month so you can gather enough money for the deposit. Along with the security deposit, other types of fees are associated with getting a secured card, like processing fees, application fees, annual fees, etc., that can increase the cost of the card. To get the lowest fees, you must research the market and choose the card that meets your needs. The interest rates that are associated with secured credit cards are very high. They don't offer competitive interest rates because of the risk of default, so to avoid hefty interests, try to make your payments on time. There is no magic way for your secured credit card to improve your credit score. How much a secured card can help you raise your credit score and how much time it takes doesn't depend on the card, but on how responsibly you use it. Secured cards are an easy way to build your credit faster. If you keep making full payments on time, your card issuer will report this to the bureau, and it will help you build credit. This was all from my side today. I hope you found this video informative, and now all the people struggling with bad credit scores have a way to improve them through secured credit cards. Check out these videos on your screen on how to improve your finances. If you like this video, hit the like button to receive more content like this. Be sure to subscribe and share the video with your friends. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.